Hi, it's Sunday, and I wanted to provide some clarification about the coursework for you. One thing is the question has come up, why do I have to do my speech in front of one, two, or three people? And that's ideally, we want to provide you the experience of a forensics team, the best we can in an online setting. In the COM 113 class, all the speeches are done without that requirement. In this class, we want you to feel what it's like to have a live audience, but also to be able to speak well in a virtual setting, which is very, very important these days in the time of Skype and conference calls where you have video elements to it. It's really important to master the video type of communication as well as a live audience. However, just to put your minds at ease, those of you who find a real challenge to this requirement, please send me an email because I will make an accommodation. These courses through OPS are meant to be asynchronous, which means you can do them at any time. Some people may do their work at 2 in the morning and some at 2 in the afternoon. And that's the whole idea. So I will make the accommodation. I'll just let you know what that is, but please communicate with me via email should you require this. It would be that for that particular speech, you could videotape it without an audience, but the accommodation is then you show it to a couple of people and get feedback from them and post that as along with your speech on the link provided in the weekly folder. So that's an option. I prefer that we do have the audience there, but if you're in a real bind, let me know, and we do want to make this work for you, so I'm always willing to try to accommodate and make the situation workable for you. So I wanted to touch on that. Coming up this week, you're going to begin to work on your Toastmasters or speech team assignment. There will be a paper due week 7, but in the meantime, you do need to observe 2 sessions of either a Toastmasters meeting or a speech conference or a setting where you listen to a professional, very, very well done or accomplished speaker. That may even be a church-related activity. I'd hate for it to be your weekly service because then you're going to be taking notes and involved in looking at the speech from another perspective rather than enjoying the service. So maybe a special occasion speaker in a church setting, or it could be a speech tournament, or it could be a motivational speaker that you are able to see. It might be something work-related, some event that is a speech that is being performed in a work-related conference or setting. I just came from a journalism conference a few weeks ago in Florida, and we heard several speakers who were top people in the field of journalism. One was a journalist who works for Facebook and several others. And now that setting is a professional speech. So that would work too. So I'm allowing some flexibility because I know we have all different people in the class with all different situations. And so I want to make it work for you. I did provide a link when you go to this Toastmasters speech team assignment and look at the information there. There's a link to Toastmasters clubs. I know where I live here in Grand Terrace, there's a Toastmasters club that meets early in the morning, 1 day a week. There's also a link to forensics teams, speech teams. If you are close to a local high school, you can inquire about observing there. So there are many options on this. So the idea is that you're observing speakers as they perform and you're looking at how they improve and sort of the techniques they use. And from this information will help inform you as to perfect your speaking. And the discussion boards that I reviewed, I was really glad to see that one of our fellow coursemates mentioned the 80%, 20% rule of memorizing 80% of your speech and leaving 20% wiggle room. That is one very good approach, and thank you for sharing that. I love when we get input and collaboration from all the different people in the class because we all come from different places, so our experience is different, and that's how great collaborative learning takes place when we share. One other thought is, for me, what works better than the 80-20 is what I just call, because it's my own personal technique, talking points, where I have my formal speech, I have my outline, I know what I'm going to say, and it's really probably memorized about 70%, but I really have my main points listed, and I have those memorized because I have enough of the other information in my mind, in a semi-memorized state that I can talk naturally about it. So you'll have to find for you what exactly exactly works the best. But do know that this is all strategic. How people plan this and become better at speaking is a strategic act of discipline and trial and error and observation. And so I just want to encourage you to really work towards improving your speaking through this course, because this is, we aim to give you the same experience and the same learning outcomes you would from being involved in a speech team. Now, it's not going to be identical. We know that because many of you are working or involved in many things. You don't have the time to actually join a forensics team and go away for a weekend on a tournament. But we want you to at least learn some of the principles and concepts that come from that experience and from writing and performing speeches. So you have your Toastmasters assignment that you need to start on now. This is not something you can let go because you need to observe at least 2 meetings prior to writing the paper. And then you also have the special occasion speech coming that is due week 5. Just to give you the thought behind this is you are doing 2 speeches for us. The informative one that is due tonight, but as I said, you may have extra time this week because I know that it's kind of a lot in the beginning. So there's grace with that. Do get it done, this week as soon as you can. So that speech. Then the next one is the special occasion speech. Then we're going to work on redrafting and rewriting so that you perfect one of those to be your tournament speech at the end. And the tournament is not an actual tournament. It's just an in-class situation where you post your speech and we review it. So that's what's coming. You need to work on finishing up your informative speech. Keep up with all the work in the folder. There's, the assignments that are listed there. And I did post a point list with our assignments and the points. So review all of that. If you have any questions, let me know. Begin to make your plans for your Toastmasters or speech team assignment. And then also start thinking about your topic for the special occasion speech. I think it's good. Some of the links you've been posting are so interesting. And I really appreciate the fact that now via YouTube, we can see all these speeches and see people at other universities who are taking online courses just like this one, who are posting their speeches. So practice does make perfect in this situation. It's one of these things that there are some people who are very gifted to just speak, just be able to stand up and start talking about something and they pull it off. But those who don't have that gifting can accomplish the same sort of thing by practicing and becoming better and better at it, and perfecting and observing and perfecting those skills, learning about what it takes to overcome the stress involved before speaking. So I pray that your journey through this class is going well. If you have any needs, please do email me. I always respond within 12 hours, usually quicker. And let me know if you have any prayer requests too. Be happy to pray for you all. God bless. Have a good day.